Hello everybody, and welcome to Fate Grand Order Babylonia episode 17 anime review. So things went from bad to worse for the gang, I guess. Surprisingly, there was some quite funny parts in this episode, despite how completely bleak the situation looks for them. Although I'm sure there are a few saviors coming. I'll get to that at some point, probably towards the end, but I'll get to it. But yeah, I guess the one thing that I have noticed, that is a similar thing with Gorgon, is that they sort of get there's like a big old fight, but it's at the beginning of the episode, and it's just like kind of bit like, surely you put that further in, because it is literally, episode starts, awesome fight, and then 15 minutes afterwards it's like, no, everything's gone to hell now, you know. They kind of sort of same formula as that Gorgon episode, but just having a good time, you know. That's not a serious criticism. It's just like this is a thing I've noticed. But anyway, let's jump into the episode, see what went down and everything. Let us do this. We open up with the gang, the Fujimaru squad, the Master Brigade, the crew basically. It's Fujimaru and Mash and the two goddesses, two that are left, I guess. There's more. Ishtar and Ketz, they're there too. Flying across the ocean, they look in the ocean. Lots of Lamus there. They're like, that's pretty bad. We should probably wrap this up quick. To be fair, they do. Then they hear and see Tiamat, and it's like, huh, she looks a bit normal. And, you know, at that point, as soon as they said that, you might have been like, well, this isn't even my final form. You know, that's basically what they were saying. She's like binded, like her arms and legs are like bound. So it's like, alright, now is the time to attack. Fujimaru uses a command seal, which I guess if that's how they're doing it in the anime versions of the Grand Order, is that like every singularity is going to reset. I think that's fine. I think that's an alright way of doing it, to be honest. Because like obviously in the game they come back over time. Sort of makes sense. I think that's a good way of doing it. Good job. Anime team. I don't know what to say for that one. But yeah, Fujimaru uses, I believe it's his second command seal. He's got the little one you can barely see left, which is just as powerful as the big ones. It doesn't make no sense to me, but whatever. Yeah, basically powers up Ishtar. That cool OST plays from the Ushiwaka versus Gorgon fight. I don't know the name of that OST. It's pretty damn good. I might have to try and track that down later. And then she uses a giant, she like opens a portal to space, and then like a sun, or perhaps Venus would make sense, comes into the Earth's orbit, and then she turns it into a laser beam. I'm used to things not making 100% sense, but that's awesome. You know, that's a type of thing where I'm like, I assume it's a noble phantasm, right? Because look at it. Like, if that's just a regular move, like, why would you ever not be using it? But no, it was flipping cool, and obliterated Tiamat, giant crater or whatever. She's gone. You know, see you later. They actually did it. Hooray! Victory for the good guys. And at this point we're about 5-6 minutes into the episode, so yeah, you kind of get the feeling that something's not quite right, and everyone's celebrating. The number goes down in Coldea, but then the number starts going back up, and as I said, this isn't even my final form. It's a true form, and it's a CG monstrosity. So I've been pretty alright with the CG that they used, like Gorgon CG. I thought that looked fine. Here it looks a bit off, you know. On its own, take the rest of the anime out of it, I think the CG looks fine. I think if it was a CG series, it would be fine. But when it's put against, there's like a part where she's in the background and they're fleeing, it looked a bit off. But when they closed in on her face, it was hand-drawn. So I guess as long as, for closer shots, hopefully they don't, you know, it's the one bit of CG this series that I've been a bit like, you know. It's not terrible. I've seen far worse, and honestly, we haven't really seen it in action yet, so it could look all right. But for right now, I'm apprehensive about it. That's a good word. We'll use that. The sea is already, you know, because now she's bigger. I guess she made the sea go faster because, you know, that's just science. Yeah, so not good. Ketz tells them basically, yeah, it's impossible to defeat her with what we've got right now, and it's like, oh well, puts a dampener on the mood. They return to Gilgamesh, who deploys a big old shield thing, the Fang of something. It's like an elephant tusk shield barrier. It's pretty good. It blocks the sea. Gil then talks about how he can't foresee what's after this battle, because remember, he's got his old future vision he's been having this whole time, which surely means he would know that, like, Sidori's going to die and all that. But he's like, I can't see what's past this, so, you know, that's not that good. He says, like, let the final battle begin, and it's like, well, not quite, because we got a plan for the final battle first. The others arrive back, and Gilgamesh informs them, I guess, there are 500 people left alive in the world. So that's not good. 500 people, that's not a lot. And basically they're saying, like, oh, does that mean we failed in correcting the distortion or whatever? They're like, no, basically if you protect Uruk, you protect history. So that's what you got to do. And Chaldea then sends them all the data they've got on Tiamat. I'm sure it'll be very helpful. We end this first half on a hopeful tune that lasts for approximately 3 seconds. In the data, there's no weakness listed. Essentially, they're boned. Essentially, they got no chance. They've basically explained Tiamat won't die as long as there's life on Earth. So, you know, man, they don't stand much of a chance, do they? Jaguar Man says you got approximately 2 days before she gets here. Again, pretty screwed. Ereshkigal calls. She rings the phone. Magic mirror, phone, same thing. It's basically like, what's happening, Gil? Like, she's like super, talks pretty, you know, as herself, I guess, with Gilgamesh. She's like, you creating all this work for me. Look at how many people have shown up in the underworld. That's not all cool. Then realizes, hey, everyone else is there. More importantly, Fujimaru's there, and he's harem master, and puts on her little act. She does a cool pose and all that other stuff. You know, it's pretty good. I like it. Ereshkigal was funny this episode. I like her. I think I like her more than Ishtar, and I know I might. Ishtar's good too. They're both top tier, so like, what does it matter? Tier list coming soon. That's not true. Fujimaru, they fill her in on everything that's going on. Fujimaru and Gilgamesh realize at the same time, hey, if Tiamat's got to be in a place where, you know, there's no life left, let's just send her to the underworld. Which, you know, Ereshkigal's like, well, no, and then Fujimaru like looks at her longingly, and then she's like, okay, fine, I guess I can do that. It'll take me 10 years though, and although no, it won't take 10 years, because she's like, I hate you all anyway, so I kind of am plotting to do this anyway, so give me like 3 days to set it up properly. And then Gilgamesh gives a good line. It's like, you're brilliant, but we need to have a talk later. But it's like, why are they just such good friends? Like, it's cool. It must be like blonde power, I guess. They both got red eyes. I forget which color Ereshkigal's eyes are, because Ishtar's got red eyes. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up later. Yeah, then they're basically like, you got to hold her off for 1 day, because it's going to take 3 days to do the thing. So you got to delay her a day, and then she'll arrive just in nick of time to unleash the gates of hell, literally. The plan is to use Ishtar's Gugalana, I think that's how you say it, which apparently is some like a bull, I think they said, which it's been mentioned a few times throughout the series, and every time Ishtar has looked away, like, oh god, I don't want to talk about it, you know. She doesn't have it. She lost it, I guess, before the series started, because episode 1, when she ran into Fujimaru and that, she was looking for it then. So there goes their plan, up in smoke. And then Gilgamesh basically like, meeting adjourned. We'll pick this up in a few. And he's like, Christ, I need a beer, basically. So yeah, they don't have a plan, and it's not looking great for them. And we got what, 4 episodes left? It's worth remembering that there are people in the wild, I guess, that are, you know, Enkingu, who could find it and help out. Also Benkei, remember him? Remember Benkei? I haven't forgotten. He's in here. I remember Benkei. So they're still out there somewhere. So I assume they're both going to assist the good guys. Probably, I would have guessed Benkei's going to find the bull thing, whose name the Gugalana, that thing. And Enkingu will just help out, because why not? He's a cool guy. Gilgamesh is pretty cool. He'll help out. And yeah, that was the end of the episode. I'm excited, as always. I'm a bit gutted it's coming to an end, you know what? I don't remember when the break is. Somebody told me, I think it was last week, or was it the week before? No, it was last week. like about the breaks, how they're planned and whatever. We gotta have another break at some point, is what I picked up from it. Don't know if it's this week or next week. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Don't know if next week's the break or the week after is the break, is what I should have said. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm loving this. You know, I don't know. It's certainly one of my favourite Fates. I don't know if it's quite Ufotable level, but it's really good. It might be up there. It might be up. Oh man, I don't even. It's a lot better than it's better than like Fate Apocrypha and them. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. I will see you potentially next week or in 2 weeks, whenever the next episode is, for another episode of this. And bye, guys.